Okay. Welcome to my channel, The Mystic Bohemian. I'm Angelina, and word about perspective. I'm going to borrow a quote from the Messiah's Handbook, Inside of Illusions. Perspective. Use it or lose it. And everyone on the planet really needs a new perspective right now. I'm not sure what the name of this video is. I think it's called The End of the World as We Know It. I feel fine. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm okay. I'm a recluse, so I see nothing's changed there. I don't mind being quarantined. And they've been telling me this was coming for a very long time. And I normally shuffle the cards beforehand, but they were adamant that I pull the cards on the camera. So this is a blessing card. This deck is the Blessed Be deck, and it is amazing. And the blessing offered today is a blessing on your home. So whoever needs that blessing for your home, I keep it out. Let's keep it out. She's awfully lovely. We'll stand her over here. I had some amazing new decks. I am a card junkie. While other people are doing all sorts of things during the pandemic, I just buy more cards. So I got a couple new decks. All right, I lied. I got 4 new decks. Just 2. And they want to talk today, but the Green Witch deck is one of my older decks, and they have something to say. So we're going to find out what it is. Talk about perspective. We have the 4 of Cups and failing to see what's actually being offered. The pandemic is an opportunity to look at the world, to look at your life from a different direction. And rather than being afraid, rather than being panicked, take a good hard look and look at it from another direction. The star is there. It can be wonderful. And the world is there. It is the beginning of a whole new cycle. And for those of you who keep thinking, it's going to get right back to the way it was. And there's the 6 of Cups. The cards always show up. Yeah, that's not going to happen. The Horned God, which is also known as the Emperor. You can take that nostalgia and you can... I'm not going to talk about that until I get some more cards. Over here with the star we have, that would be Temperance in this deck, and one more, and the Ace of Cups. Well, for someone, this is an excellent reading. I have no idea who the fuck you are, so I'm sure you'll find your way here. I thought it was a general reading for everyone about it is the end of the world as we know it, but you can be fine. This is the new deck. It's the Earth Magic deck, and the illustrations are exquisite. It's by Stephen Farmer. Nice job, Stephen. Really nice job. The illustrations are really beautiful, and they're very chatty. Oof, the dragonfly. I think this is for some very specific people. I thought it was going to be just a general get your head out of your ass reading, but it's not. Maybe they'll tell me who it's for. I'm seeing a man in his, I want to say late 20s. There's another guy in his 40s. He's thinking about turning 49 and panicking. Really, child, I'm about to be 67. You have no need to panic at 49. Here. And let's see. There's a woman. She's a grown-up like me. Belle. It's kind of hazy. Trying to pay attention here. Bellissimo, Belmont. I think that's the street she lives on. And, excuse me, I'm thinking, stop thinking, they're talking. The girls are on the bench here, chatting it up. This is for about 20 or 30 people. 30 if they pay attention and go on the line. It's not on the line, it's online. Working with dead people is always fun. You have to translate a lot. Okay. For those people I mentioned and the other 20, maybe 30, this reading is about perspective. It is a blessing on your home. And it is about not seeing what's being offered. You're looking at what you've lost, and there are other opportunities. I can hear so many voices complaining about what they don't have, what they have to get rid of, and it's happening because it was time for you to be in a different place. In your head, in your heart, physically in a different place for some of you. And you have not paid attention to the nudging of the gods, of your spirits, angels, whatever you want to call them, dead people. They've been nagging and you haven't been listening. So now things are drastically changing and you're trying to play catch up, and instead of trying to play catch up, I think it would behoove you to stop and just breathe. Just breathe in place, somewhere, find a place and just breathe. You need to take in the whole picture, not just the microcosm of your life or your family's life or your town. You need to take in the global picture. You need to come to some very clear realizations. Somebody's telling me all this. And you need to reassess your values, your choices, and remember that you are where you are because of the choices that you have made in your life. At this moment, you are there because of your choices. Whew. There's more. Get a new perspective. Stop looking at what you've lost and look at what is in front of you. Okay. For these people, on one hand, there is the Star, there is the Temperance card, and there is the Ace of Cups. The Star is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, to reach up and get a handful of them, to manifest in your life what it is you truly want. And one of them is like jumping up and down because she wants to be heard. Find your joy. Find your joy and you will find all the answers, she says. I think that's perfectly excellent advice for everyone. There is a new beginning. And this is for an older male. His name begins with a B. I don't know if that's his first or his last name. His hair is mostly silver, and he seems to be caught up in memories of the 60s and who he was and what his dreams were then. Hey, hold on. A lot of talking going on over here. There's like 4 or 5 of them just chatting it up. And they all want to be heard. They're all sure whatever they have to say is most important. She's saying take the essence of that dream, of those memories, and find your joy in them and make them happen. They're not complicated, they're not electronic, they're not mechanical. They're pure. And she says, it's time to let go of all of the stuff, whatever stuff means to you, and to reach back to that dream you had in the 60s. I'm going to say teenager in the 60s, late 60s. Somewhere, she keeps saying 16. I don't know when you were 16 in the 60s, but it's feeling like 67, 68-ish, 66. Remember who you were then. Remember what your vision was. Remember who you wanted to be. That is now available to you. Remember it, reach for it, and make it happen. And it is a drastic change. Claire? Somebody named Claire is here. She's related to one of these gentlemen. And these aren't kids. These are grown-ups who must be in their 60s now. Claire is related to one of them. I don't know if she's talking about Gregory or Gerry. But she is a relative. I don't know if she's a mother or a grandmother or an aunt, but they don't always tell me everything. And let's face it, I'm human and I don't always hear everything they're saying. She says, go back to that and make that happen now. Or some of you who this is appropriate for, they were idealistic, and those around you said, okay, grow up now and put that shit aside. If that's, that's kind of like hippie shit. Move on, be responsible, be sensible, get yourself a good job, work on a new career, a career. And they sort of poo-pooed it, and you let it go slowly. But it's coming around again. So, chills. Claire is very adamant, but one of the other girls is standing there. Well, I call them girls, they're women. Is standing there telling me this is for a chunk o' men. A chunk o' men. There's a new group. Life with the dead is always fun. That's for a chunk o' men. This is for some people in their 20s and more people in their late 40s, early 50s. I guess it is a group reading for chunks of people that are scattered around the the I want to say globe, and she says planet, but but what she's showing me is a map of the United States, the lower 48. So, it is imperative to gain new perspective. That is their overall message: a new perspective, and a new realization of what your home is and what you want your home to be. And the other one is still saying, find your joy. Find what brings you joy. Never mind all that you're supposed to, never mind all they have to, never mind all of the responsibilities and this humongous monkey that you have put on your back. Find your joy. And for some of you, they're saying, remember your joy. You haven't thought about being truly joyful in so long that that's kind of spooky. She's talking about several of you that need to find your joy, but what she showed me was a part of my life. It's a scene from when I was at boarding school in upstate New York, and there was a field, but it was a hill that came down from one of the buildings, and we would lie in the field and the wildflowers would be there and watch the clouds. And it was absolutely joyful to do that for me. And she's saying that essence of absolute joy, of simplistic joy, without someone is very adamant, without the mechanics and the electronics and the technology. Find your joy. All right, can we move on now, girls? No, it's the same shit. Okay, same story. We have this is that amazing new deck, Earth Magic. The first card is Dragonfly, and Dragonfly is emergence. And again, that is the World card, and that is the new beginning and the metamorphosis. It's a new start. The card is a winter solstice, and that is about reflection. The winter solstice is the 20th, the 21st of, sometimes the 22nd of December, and it is the darkest night. It is the longest night, the shortest day, and the ancients celebrated, and Yule, or the winter solstice, is the longest, oldest continually celebrated holiday in humanity. And it's a time of reflection because the crops are in, the wood is cut, the home is safe, things are secure, and things slow down to a certain extent. They're showing me a very ancient village, definitely BC. But the people there, life is not easy. There is a lot of physical labor involved in the life and in what they're showing me. But the downtime is really wonderful. Okay, who's feeding me this shit? Anyway, winter solstice is a time to reflect. And, now we don't really, most people do not do that because they have to get right back to work. I've stuck Christmas right there, and now, everybody's got a little bit of vacation, got to see all the relatives, all of the insanity and obligation, all of that. She's saying, the monkey on your back. Really? That's how she talks. You got to get the goddamn monkey off your back. Again, what is offered is love, but love, not only hot love, not only sex love, it's love that comes with compassion. One of the women is saying compassion for yourself, Forgive yourself for the choices that you made that brought you here. It's okay to let them go. It's okay to say, I thought I really wanted that. I thought that would really work, and I fucked up. Be compassionate with yourself. For several of you, you have to be compassionate with yourself in order to find love. And just in case, the ancestors are here. It's about your ancestors. It's about the ancestors of the human race. It's about remembering who they were. Go back, go far back, go beyond your grandparents, go beyond your great-great-grandparents. Go way back and sit and contemplate what it was to survive and then thrive. And use that in creating the new picture of home for you. They're talking to you. For some of you, they talk to you in your sleep. So try to pay attention to the imagery. The card is rebirth, but for some of you, it's the spring equinox. For some of you, you will not get to actually move forward with any speed until the spring equinox, which is, I think it's April. Might be March. Time doesn't really mean a lot to me, so I just know when it's coming. Okay. They have not stopped talking the entire time I'm trying to talk to you guys. They are chatting it up. They've all got a lot of information in. My sister is absent. I asked her if she was going to show up, and she was like, I warned you when the glasses got stolen today. And yes, she did. And I didn't quite pay attention, and somebody stole my very beautiful designer sunglasses. And that is the second pair that I have lost in a matter of weeks. Both expensive, both beautiful, both 6 years old, so that style is gone, even though it's the style I like. And all I have to say about that is you should never steal glasses from an old gypsy woman, because you could go blind. Ooh, was that my meanness coming out? Yes, I really did just say that. I shouldn't steal my stuff. Some people suck. Okay. This is that Bell person again. Bell. Okay. The problem is there are several people. It's so strange how this works. It never ceases to amaze me. For some, this is for several women. One of them lives on Belmont. One of them actually has Bell in her name. But I am seeing the word Bellissimo. Bellissimo. And that's somebody else. So that phrase means something to this woman. For you women, there is a new start. You do need to look at the opportunities being offered to you. So this 4, she's like over here looking at these 3 cups, and there's this really hot guy at the door, and she's like, I don't see him because I'm looking at these. Choices, decisions, get things in balance. 2s are always choices for me. And these are choices about tangible things. For a couple of you, it's actually about money and balancing your budget and new perspective. Look at how you spend your money. And for some of you, it's actual stuff. It's possessions. For one of you, it's land. It's property. There are decisions that have to be made for these women, and they need to make them and they need to pay attention because this guy is definitely showing up. That would be the Knight of Cups. The one that was standing at the door over there. Sweet. And the Ace of Cups is over here, but you need to focus, you need to balance. The Star is there, you can have it. The Seven of Pentacles, is it 7? Can I say? Yeah, it's the 7 of Pentacles. It's about planting seeds, doing what you have to, perhaps downsizing, perhaps deciding that you no longer want to live in the city, you want a little place in the country. Well, you're going to have to downsize and getting rid of stuff and making choices about material things. All of you Bell ladies, this is especially appropriate for. It's appropriate for everyone here, but especially you. I see one of you trying to part with your stuff, and I really sympathize with you because I am trying to do the same thing, and I just have a thing for crockery. And I have more dishes and pottery than anybody you know. And I have a lot of it because I was an antique dealer for years. And it's really hard. I mean, how many cheese domes do I actually need? So, yeah. You need to make some choices, ladies. And as you're doing that, listening, sorry, I know I just go radio silent here. They're talking, and it's very hard to talk and listen at the same time. Well, now you're silent. Okay, I'm going to go back to talking. Stop interrupting me. No, you can't use my mouth. Just to know. Not sharing today. The Green Man. In this deck, the Green Man is the card with no number. It is the card, in a regular tarot deck, it's the Fool. It's something unexpected. Just when you think it's not going to happen is what she's saying. It's going to happen. So get busy. Do all the little things that you have to take care of now. Clean out the closets. Give your kids the stuff that you had for them that you no longer need. And you will need less when this man comes into your life. And my sense is that this reading is geared. It is for some younger people, but a lot of it is about people in their 50s and 60s. Well, right. When you're our age, you've gained a lot of stuff. You've gathered a lot of crap around you. It's about doing what has to be done. I'm seeing closets being cleaned. I'm seeing drawers being sorted. I'm seeing certain things boxed up because you're absolutely not parting with those. And I see one of you asking a younger family member how to sell this stuff online. She is slender, your hair is silver, it's shorter. You're in a garage, and you're actually standing in a garage with a broom in your hand, talking to this younger person, and I can't see the younger person. My impression is that it's a younger male, grandson maybe, nephew, great-nephew, feeling 16-ish, and you're asking him how to sell these things online. And he can help you do it. But you need to do that because all of these little things that you have to do, make yourself a list, make a lot of lists. I love lists. Tackle the garage, tackle the attic. Call the holiday ornaments and decorations. pass them on now. And then there are closets, there's drawers. One of these women over here is a widow, and it's time to move those clothes out of the closet. It's definitely time. I know they were hard to let go of, but you need to let go of them. They serve no purpose in your universe. Ask the family if they want anything, and try donating them to the veterans. Anyway, one of them just chimed up and said, Gail, you know she's talking about you. Get off your ass. Okay, Gail. Over there. All the little things that have to be done. You need to be doing this because when you least expect it, your life is going to change. It's going to completely change and begin anew. And the Ace of Cups is there. There is a new joy, a new love in your life. And for some of you, it may actually be a mate, because they definitely have that Knight of Cups there. But for at least one of you, it is a new baby, a new grandchild, a new great niece. Whoever this child belongs to, you become, it's important in your life, and you become instrumental in its life. Okay. That was a lot and a lot. I know the animal cards wanted to speak, so you want to speak specifically to a guy? Oh, keep talking to me. Yeah, I talk to my cards. They talk to me. Ralph? Okay, this card's for Ralph. And it's the fox. I'm going to need my glasses for this one. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always follow your instincts. And be open to romance. Okay, Ralph, this one's for you. Again, Ralph's a grown-up. Okay, we're going to get a couple more animal cards. They have more people they want to talk to. Can I get a name? Y'all want to give me a name out of this here deck? No, my card, they're not necessarily southern animals. I just felt like saying it that way. Bob. Oof. The elk. The elk is nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is timeless. Okay, Bob, you got the elk. More? Okay, they're telling me more. Actually, the cards didn't tell me. Somebody else is saying pull more. You're going to have to give me a name who the card is for, though, if you want me to pull another card. Come on, you can do it. You're only dead. You're not dead. Give me a name. If you've managed to show up and realize that I can hear you, then you can tell me who the name is. She's telling me Fern, so I guess this is for a woman. Or not, I don't know. The Loon card is here, and it's about being intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So that's for Fern. Am I going to remember these names? I'll probably have to listen to the tape again. Yes, I still call it a tape. I'm old, okay? I know it's not really a tape, though it should be. And who is this for? Gerry? Gerry, you have the dog card. It's a very beautiful dog. Dog is about friendship. And if I could get some light here, I could see what the hell it says. I really can't see a goddamn thing. Oh, today I will love without condition. My energy and emotions are integrated. I choose to be happy. I am protective and I am a friend. I've already forgotten who they tell me this was for. Gerry, maybe? I don't actually have to remember anything they tell me. I do that with readings. They'll call me back and go, oh, remember when you said, nope, not a fucking clue. Who is this for? She says his real name is Clarence, but he never uses it. It is the Black Jaguar. The Black Jaguar is an old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want, and you can create your dreams. Okay. That's enough aminals. All right. Is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. I know this was a rather peculiar reading. Okay. One more. They don't want to stop. This card is for Sara Ann, Sarah Jane, Sarah. She's got two names. This is from your friend who's dead. You want a person who comes into your life by accident, but stays on purpose. She said, I need to stand it next to this because Sara needs to pay attention and do a lot of this cleaning out because there is life. There's still life left in you, girl. That's what she's saying. And a second card for that is never give up on something you really want. All right. Can we go now? Are we done? All right. We're done with this one. Thank you for stopping by. If you were amused, like, share, subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description. You can email me at mystic@bohemianelegance.com. There's also a link to my webpage where there's all kinds of information. And I can't do in-person readings right now, but I can do videos or I can do phone readings. And thank you. I hope this helped. All of you people who need a new perspective, use it or lose it.